All I'm saying, yeah.
What's up? I hope everybody had a good day. My day was good enough. Let's put it that way. Well, I promised in the video that I posted earlier that I would give you guys the deets on Scott Demora's departure from TNA. There has been more information that has come out about it. The logistics of it is fairly simple, and when I have the podcast episode, I'll go into depth even further so you guys can kind of get a better understanding of what's going on. But we're over here on WrestleZone's website, and they have the details. If y'all hear something in the background, it's just my little brother. He's upstairs. He's downstairs, and they're talking to my dad. But anyways, so Scott D'Amore and then they had a talent meeting to tell the talent, obviously, that Scott D'Amore was leaving TNA and that he was being replaced. Now, to those of you who don't know who he's being replaced by, his replacement is a CEO, or the matter of fact, the president of their parent company. So let's do a little compare and contrast. WWE currently is a part of a larger conglomerate. They're a part of TKO, and that is their parent company. In contrast to TNA, they are also a part of a larger conglomerate. They're a part of Anthem Entertainment Group, and that is owned by Lynn Jasper. Lynn Jasper is the boss of Scott Demora, and of course, well, formerly, and he's the boss of the new president of TNA, which is Anthony Ciccione. I think that's how you say his name, or Ciccione. I'm not sure how to say his last name, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name. It is Italian, and I apologize if I'm butchering it. Here, I will put it in the comments so you can see how to say this man's name. Anybody who's Italian, I butchered it, I'm sorry, but I'll fuck up a name in a minute, okay? Let me show y'all. So this is his name, okay? And Anthony is the president of Anthem Entertainment Group, and he has been now positioned to be the president of TNA. He will handle all day-to-day operations from here on out when it comes to TNA. He is going to do exactly what Scott Demora was doing before he was let go. Now, this man has no prior experience with wrestling, and that's my only issue. If he was in a position like where Nick Khan was, where he is not handling the day-to-day operations of everything that Scott Demore was doing in terms of him handling booking, handling who gets the title this month or whenever, who gets the title at the pay-per-views. Those kinds of things were things that Scott Demore was very hands-on with. The regular every episodic bleh, the regular episodic shows, and of course the PLEs, everything. Scott Demore had his hand in everything, and he was the one manning the ship. Now that you have Anthony in this spot, I'm not sure how they're going to do that. But if I were him, I would delegate jobs to those executives that are there. People like Gail Kim, and unfortunately, Tommy Dreamer is still there. I would have them manning the day to day operation ships. I would not be handling that. But he's the man who's been named for the job. Now, a lot of people seem to be questioning that decision. They want to understand why. And I think that TNA is literally trying to be a big rival to the AEWs and the WWEs of the world. And with the way that they're moving, that is very possible. They can get their production beefed up, make things look a little bit more commercialized, and work within the confines of that commercialized niche. They can be a nice rival for WWE and for AEW. But according to the report by WrestleZone, and this is via WWE, this is via PW Insider, excuse me, the reports that TNA held a meeting over Zoom to inform talent about Scott Demore's departure and introduce Anthony. Lynn Asper, the head of Anthem, was on the call, and per Johnson, several talent who were on the call shared that during the meeting, it was said that Scott Demore stepped down, in which that was not the case. This also defies what was stated in the official announcement. The report indicates that this aspect did not sit well with some talent, given their connection to Demore, who was well liked. And I kind of figured that the talent wouldn't like the fact that Demore got fired. I mean, he's a very beloved wrestler and a really, really great boss to them. And I know that that probably hurt a lot of those superstars that he was fired. Continuing on to read what it says Johnson writes that I'm going to read this man's first name because I'm never going to get his second name right. Johnson writes that Anthony read what was described as a prepared statement. Further details on creative going forward are unclear, but the rest of the team remains intact. Talent were not given a chance to ask questions at the meeting, which was not a well received move either. This is interesting. This looks like a hostile takeover, not just like a removal or transition of power. The report states that some talent were extremely angry when informed about Scott Demore's exit, while some veterans tried to calm the situation. Reactions otherwise vary, with some taking a wait and see approach and others trying to keep the faith and focus on the work at hand. Furthermore, Johnson writes that the rumor of Anthem wanting the TNA's brand to be more in line with them was not dressed on the call. So I'm going to do a little bit more digging into Anthem, because I'm not like 100% adept on what Anthem Entertainment Group does, so I'm very curious as to what they're about. Oh, oh, this is interesting. So I'm going to show you guys their website so you can see what Anthem is into. Hello, Janelle, how are you? So let's look at what Anthem is about. All right. So let's stop sharing this and let's share this. All right. So, according to their About Us page, it says Anthem Entertainment is one of the world's leading independent music companies. Comprised of award winning organizations, Anthem Entertainment is a home of Anthem Music Publishing, Anthem Records, and a production music division that encompasses Jingle Punks, Five Alarm Music, and Cavendish Music. Headquartered in Toronto with operations in Nashville, New York, Los Angeles, and London, Anthem supports and invests in the careers and works of songwriters and artists and the creation of exceptional music for recording artists. Are we sure this is the right this is the right one? Because it just I'm so confused. This is wild. Like that's crazy. I'm gonna continue to look and see if I pulled up the right anthem. Cause I'm like, is this the right one? Cause I feel like oh, this is the right one. It looks like it. Okay, so it seems like Anthem is a it's a music company. At its core, Anthem Entertainment Group is a music company, which begs me to ask the question, why would they purchase a wrestling company? I'm so confused by that. It's an interesting thing. Well, I mean, I get it, like if you were doing themes and anything, all that shit can be done in house. The licensing is all done by you. You own everything. But wowzers. That kind of surprised me a little bit that they were a music company and their wording, or rather their verbiage when it comes to TNA, and what they're saying is, let me see if I can. It said, furthermore, Johnson states that the rumor of Anthem wanting TNA's brand to be more in line with them was not addressed on the call. So, what do they mean by that? Is my question. What do you mean you want the brand to be more in line with you? Is it not already in line with you? Is it not already on that vein? What is it about the brand of TNA currently that isn't lining up with Anthem as an entertainment group? And why did it have to lead to Scott Demora being fired? I could understand a demotion where you make Scott Demora be the head of creative, and then you run the day-to-day presidential operations of the business and let Scott Demora handle all the creative decisions and everything like that. But to just completely remove him and then hold a meeting and not speak to talent at all, not let them not ask any questions, that does not inspire good morale. Business 101, when you have a company and you're doing a takeover like this and you don't give the incumbent time to at least talk to the employees and keep up morale and like work in tandem with the incumbent, and then also inspire goodwill with your employees, it doesn't seem good for the company. And while business wise this may work out in their favor, it's not going to be a good rapport with their superstars. They're not starting off to a good start. So I don't know what's going on. All I know is Scott Demora was fired, and the superstars over in TNA are not happy about it. I would imagine the guys that have been there with Scott Demora through thick and thin, like the Rascals, Motor City Machine Guns, Frankie Kazarian, a lot of the guys that were there, I can imagine that they're not happy. Um, and then for them not to be able to ask questions and to be shut down like that, that's got to be horrible. That's got to feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Hi, Brandy. How are you? All right, y'all. So I had to give y'all that little quick update, see what was going on here, because I was like, girls and guys, ghouls. Like, what is happening? Okay. Some more wrestling news. So we all know that WWE is in hot water with some people, so much so that they keep hijacking all the shows and acting a damn fool at all of the shows because they don't like a decision that WWE has made. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me a lot of when Seth Rollins lost Hell in a Cell or was disqualified in Hell in a Cell with Bray Wyatt. It reminds me of that. And I just felt like people overreacted then. And I feel like they're overreacting now. And oh, good. Anyways, y'all. So, The Rock's daughter is currently the general manager of NXT. And she has been getting death threats. She's been getting death threats because of her father coming in and possibly being able to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania 40. Now, here's where I'm so confused. I'm so confused as to how Ava has anything to do with what her father is doing over on SmackDown. I'm so confused as to why she is getting death threats or anybody is getting death threats at all. Y'all do realize that this is just wrestling, right? Right? Like, y'all understand that this is wrestling. Y'all are putting up change.org petitions and y'all are not listening. Y'all not even trying to hear the storyline that could possibly come from this, that could actually make sense. Drew is leaning into it and making it into a whole storyline on Raw, and I'm sure it will be brought up on SmackDown and on the at the it's going to be brought up at the press conference for sure tomorrow. But it's just, what is your issue? Like, what is your problem? I don't understand, because I can tell you like this. Let's say they double back and change it, and they're like, Cody's gonna go up against Roman at WrestleMania. We heard you, you were right, he's gonna go up there. And then what if he loses again? What if he loses again? Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna riot. You're gonna have a fucking fit. But I'm like, this is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. If you had just kept your mouth shut and let them do what they were doing, we might have seen Cody be champion later on down the line. But instead, you got to be all in your feelings about it. I don't understand why. Where was all this animosity and bullshit last year? He didn't steal anything. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. He did not politic to get that spot. He doesn't have to. And that's what I was saying a few days ago. He doesn't have to throw his weight around to do anything. He could have came back last year and been like, I want to wrestle on the card. It's Hollywood. Let's go. And Cody would not have gone to Mania. You think I'm lying? Dead ass. Dead ass. He would not. It'd have been so smooth. They'd have changed that shit so fucking quick. Wild. Wild. Because he didn't have to. He could have did it. And especially last year when Vince was still in control, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind if you think he needs to have this type of power within TKO in order to be able to do what he wants to do. He didn't have to do that before, and he really doesn't need that type of power now. That's dead ass facts. The match was like 4 years in the making. Girl, from the moment Roman became champion this last time, they was planning on having this match. And my thing is, even if he goes up against him this year, he is not going to win. It don't make no sense. Like, y'all gonna be mad on the back end or you gonna be mad at the front, but you gonna be mad one way or another. And y'all ain't doing nothing but feeding into WWE's bullshit. Don't make no damn sense. It's just stupid. Y'all doing the most for nothing. And now you out here threatening a young woman who didn't have nothing to do with it. You are out here acting like children. So much so that this girl had to deactivate her Twitter because y'all is on her Twitter calling her all types of names, basically cyberbullying her, talking about we want Cody like some little 3-year-olds, throwing a fucking temper tantrum. What kind of shit is that? And these are grown ass people. You're fucking grown. You're an adult. Hey, KB. That don't make no damn sense. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. And I ain't like it. And now I don't like it now, and I ain't gonna never like it. Leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone. She didn't do nothing wrong. You want to be mad at her daddy, that's your business. But even then, the weirdo shit where y'all sending death threats to people is odd, to say the least. Y'all ain't got no lives. Go get you some coochie or something, okay? Some boosie, something. But stop this, okay? Okay? Okay. Okay, girl. Thanks. Thanks. I've been seeing that they running out. You thought you was feeling, you thought I was feeling you. I wasn't. Anyway, I'm not talking to KB. I'm talking to the person who puts stupid stuff in my chat box. I'm just gonna block you. I'm not even gonna put your comment up. I'm just gonna block you, babe. Meh. You don't exist, babe. So, anyways, poor Ava. She had to deactivate her social media. That don't make no sense. She deserves better than that. She deserves so much more than that. They be treating her like garbage. But she doing a really good job over there in NXT. Speaking of NXT, child, y'all favorite villain is in the NXT acting a fool, okay? And if you missed NXT yesterday, you missed a really good promo from Carmelo Hayes. Despite the ugliness of the crowd, you missed everything. You missed it all. One thing I do hate and detest about when a heel turn happens is the crowd makes it so difficult to hear the reasoning behind it. And I was actually invested in the speech. I really want to hear it. So I want whoever is like a sound engineer or something like that, like I really want y'all to, like, when people start doing that shit, y'all should really get those clips, remove the sound from the background, and just amplify the sound of the person talking so I can hear what they're saying, because it's so difficult to hear what they were saying. But I was able to hear Carmelo. The sound on that was pretty decent. And Carmelo was just being a straight up a-hole. So much so that after the show, he was grandstanding, and Joe Gacy came out there with his Joe Gacy had a boxing glove uh selfie stick, and he was holding it up at the crowd, and Carmelo Hayes attacked Joe Gacy and beat the brakes off of that man. Okay. It was so sad. I was like, oh, I said, oh Jesus, somebody go get him. He is hurt. Okay. I feel you, Kayla. Hey, hey, you know what? You know what, Brandy? That's an accurate description. Dead ass look like Jodeci. Like that long lost member, the real young one. The rest of them old and just they just not in the best of spirits. But tomorrow is the press conference. I have a sneaking suspicion that at the press conference tomorrow, Cody Rhodes is gonna make his decision definitive, and we will determine where we're headed in terms of Mania. I'm sure Drew McIntyre is gonna crash the spot, cause a lot of drama for Drew. I mean, for Cody and heading into Elimination Chamber, that's going to be built up. We got a whole month between Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble. I mean, WrestleMania. So with Seth having to rehab or possibly have surgery to get this knee together in time for WrestleMania, it's going to be interesting for him to not be there and Cody having to go up against him. But I have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to spend a lot of their time poking and prodding at Roman, and Cody's going to be there like right behind him. If they play this right, they could make this work in their favor, but they've got to get the crowd out of there and not even worry about what the crowd is going to say, because eventually they'll calm down and just get into it. Also, I think that Nia Jax gonna pop up on Rhea again and take her out at this press conference. That bitch been getting her ass whooped for 2 weeks. She been getting her ass whooped. So I think Rhea gonna get beat up again. The Rock also has not made a definitive decision that he was going to be the one to go up against Roman. He never said a word. He just came out there. And when he was introduced, Cody said that somebody else wants to have a conversation with you, is what was said. So we don't know exactly the extent of what's going to happen between Rock and Roman, but it's very interesting. I am curious as to what they're going to say. So I'm going to watch it. The press conference starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:30 Pacific it's 2:30 for the doors. And it's Thursday. They're gonna be in Las Vegas. I just saw a video on WWE's Instagram, well, Twitter, that they have arrived. I saw Paul Heyman's thick ass trying to go down them private jet steps. Roman do have a private jet, by the way. He got fucking money. He got money. But anyway, they got off of Roman's private jet, and you know, Paul Heyman looked like he had just ate 4 bags of shrimp before he got off. Okay, but he came waddling down the stairs, them little tiny ass stairs and shit. And Roman was wearing his San Francisco 49ers gear. I ain't even gonna front. I hope the 49ers win at the Super Bowl too, because I can't stand the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't stand them. But anyway, not his breath stank. Ooh, you tried it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Bianca, but I don't know why Bianca's there, because Bianca isn't scheduled for Mania just yet. So I'm unsure as to what Bianca's role in Mania is gonna be this year, because the titles are locked up onto other people, and very soon Io and Bailey are gonna be hashing it out, and you're gonna have Rhea and Becky hashing it out at Mania. So it's not gonna really be any room in the title scene for Bianca, which I'm not mad at her for that. And you know what? I'm glad, because Bianca been working her ass off. I'm not happy she's out of the title scene, but um some other people got to get opportunities too. And Bianca been carrying this company for the last couple of manias ever since they came out of the pandemic, and she been carrying them. You know what I'm saying? Been doing her job, her thug thistle, and I love that for her. So I'm very curious about this kickoff and what's going to be said, and I can't wait. I can't wait. So currently, the only match that has successfully been announced is Bailey versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Bailey has made it official and challenged Io, and you know she gonna have her girls in tow, child. Hold on, y'all. So hopefully we'll get to see some new stuff. You know, chill out, relax. You know, have a good time. But that weekend of WrestleMania is going to be interesting because it's going to start on Friday. From Friday to Monday is WrestleMania week. And you're going to have SmackDown that Friday. You're going to have NXT that Saturday. And then you're going to have both nights of Mania, Saturday and Sunday. And then Raw is that Monday. And the Hall of Fame is that Friday as well. It's a lot. Don't they need to be announcing the Hall of Fame inductees? Hey, Kenny, why haven't they announced the inductees yet? Are they gonna start announcing them in March or something? Because I would think that they would have announced them by now, or at least gotten like started. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it is Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna go to Bleacher Report and look at the 20 greatest moments for Black pro wrestlers. This was back in 2012 that they posted this. So it's been quite some time. They ain't haven't updated it yet. I'm not gonna read this because this is old. They gotta update that. Let's look at some pro wrestling facts for Black History. She said, "Me and my mom might go to this one. They did it late last time." I'm curious on who's going to be inducted this year. Me too. But this man right here, his name is Vero Small. Interesting name. Vero Small is considered to be one of the very first, if not the first, pro black wrestler in history. It says that he started out in his career at the age of 16 and was a former slave. He wrestled on the East Coast under the moniker Black Sam. This handsome man right here, this is the first ever black wrestler to hold a world championship of any kind. He was Jamaican born and his name was Frank Crozier. I think that's how you say his name. In 1909, Crozier won the World Middleweight Championship title in London, England, and he defended the title against both white and black challengers. So look at that. First man to ever hold a world championship. We love that. He was Jamaican born. My fault, Bray. My hands were wet as I washed this. You good? Let's learn some more facts, some more actual factuals. Okay. This right here is Reginald Siki. He was the grandson of slaves and wrestled from the 1920s until the late 1940s. Siki was one of the first African Americans to successfully tour the country and the world. He wrestled against all races at a time when most white wrestlers refused to be in the same ring with black competitors. His star power made him a champion in Europe and caught the eye of Hollywood directors like Cecil B. D'Amelio. Siki married a white woman, which was extremely taboo during this era. What? That's crazy. Let's go to some more facts. Black Panther Jim Mitchell broke color barriers in Canada by becoming one of the country's top baby faces starting in 1926. He hailed from Louisville, Kentucky, but promoters in Canada said he was from Harlem, New York. Mitchell would integrate wrestling up north by wrestling against numerous white stars of that era. All in all, his career lasted 23 years. That's awesome. I can't even see this man in this picture. Jesus. His name is Jack Claiborne, Negro wrestlers on Legion card. During the 1950s, black wrestlers were segregated to their own division. They wrestled in the chitterling circuit, which was named after the innards of pigs that slave owners used to feed their slaves. They had their own championship titles that were called the World Negro title or World Colored title. The titles were recognized by the National Wrestling Alliance. Life was not easy being black back in the day. It ain't that easy now, but it's a little bit easier to be able to walk in your own skin. You feel what I'm saying? Inspired by Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball in 1947, promoter Billy Wolf decided to capitalize on history by introducing black women to professional wrestling. His trope consisted of three sisters named Ethel Johnson, Babs Wingo, and Marva Scott. Other black women included Kathleen Wembley and Mary Horton Wade. Wolf was quoted as saying about all his black women wrestlers, "My Negro girls are the hottest thing in this sport." Not the Negro girls. Jesus Christ. Damn, he was quite buff. Luther Lindsay was a former standout college football player who couldn't find work in the NFL because of his skin color. Lindsay ended up playing pro football in Canada, and that is where he met Stu Hart and became good friends. Lindsay was trained by Hart and became a wrestler competing in the 1950s until the early 70s. Then NWA World Champion Luthez said that Luther Lindsay was the greatest black wrestler of all time, but also added his place in history was not because he was black, but in spite of being black. Oh wow, he was trained by Stu Hart. That's crazy. That's amazing. He's a nice looking dude. Well, look at this. By the 1960s, pro wrestling began to desegregate, spearheaded by the likes of Sputnik Monroe, a very popular white wrestler who refused to compete on shows unless black fans could sit wherever they liked. Instead of being isolated from the other non-black fans, he would often also team with African American wrestler Norvell Austin. And Monroe would say, "Black is beautiful." And Austin would reply, "White is wonderful." Oh, that's sweet. We love a good ally. I'm on like, let me finish. All right. Hi, Donnie. We learned about Black wrestling history. It's Black History Month, and y'all need to learn some shit. You can't always be talking mess all the time. You got to learn something. You put stuff in the machine?
No, I'm gonna take care of it because she already had something going in the machine, so she said she's gonna make sure it get in there.
It's two machines down there. Is it not?
She had something in both.
Like what? Mommy ain't got that many pairs of clothes.
I don't know what was going on, baby. I took it down and she said sit it down on the floor. She said she take care of it. I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes." I left it alone.
It's not. It's unsanitary.
I'm aware of that.
And you put it in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
What are we eating today? You don't know?
Mm-hmm.
We ate all the pork chops.
No, you got there's one left in there.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. What about my corn dogs? Did I eat all of them?
No.
What are like 30 in the box?
So much shit. I forgot those that pizza rolls. Nothing.
You put Pizza Hut. You're saying you could.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. I want my corn dogs.
All right, I'm gonna go back down there in a minute. I'll just be down there, and I ain't seen you, so.
You're the one who didn't come upstairs and speak to me, which is rude. By the way,
because the moment I came in there, I had to
I don't
help
care.
mom.
I don't care.
You stopped that because your father need help putting his walker and his chair together. You cut that shit out.
You can come up here and be like, "Hey, babe, I'm going back downstairs to fix that stuff."
I need to help fix that because mama was struggling with that walker.
Whatever.
It was already bad enough that, like I was telling mom downstairs, Gail is going to be out until further notice. Because I'm thinking, remember I told you yesterday she had to fall.
I'm all right, baby.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I'll tell you. Hold on. All right. In the 1960s, promoter Nick Gullis booked the first integrated match in the South Birmingham. To be in South Birmingham, Alabama, to be exact. Lynn Rossi, white, teamed with Bearcat Brown, black, to take on Saul Weingroff and Toho Yamamoto. The news of the match taking place led members of the Ku Klux Klan to send bomb threats at the building the match was going to happen at, and Gullis stuck to his guns and moved forward with the match. The show was a sellout, and the team of Rossi and Brown continued to team together to win numerous titles to sellouts all throughout the South. So in spite of those bomb threats, they went on with the show anyway. Ooh, look at you, Mr. Fancy. Oh my God. The first integrated world title match was believed to be between Nature Boy Buddy Rogers and Sweet Daddy Sid in Greensboro, North Carolina in the early 1960s for the NWA World Title. Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. Did Ric Flair steal that man's moniker?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask my daddy. Because I feel like that's something he would know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask him. Because if he stole it, I'm going to be on Ric Flair's ass. I'm going to be on his ass. Ooh, that perm was getting permed. That perm was getting sweated out, baby. It was getting sweated out. Because that definitely looked like it was before Ric Flair's time. Look. Jared. Jared.
I'm saying a lot of similarities.
Jared.
That's all I'm going to say.
You and me for everybody. Not Ric Flair, a thief. Ooh, it's messy, honey. But anyways, we learning about Black History facts in wrestling. It's Black History Month, and y'all needs to learn it. Okay? All right. Bobo Brazil started his career in the segregated 1950s wrestling circuit, and he was so popular with both black and white fans, promoters started booking him to face off against all races. On October 18th, 1962, Brazil defeated Nature Boy Buddy Rogers after kicking him in the groin, and Rogers could not continue. Bobo was awarded the NWA World title, becoming the first African-American world champion. However, Brazil relinquished the title to set up a rematch with Rogers, in which he lost. The NWA never recognized Brazil's title victory. Oh, he cheated to get it. You're a cheater, Bobo. Edward Bearcat Wright won the WWA Los Angeles version of the world title just 5 days before Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech in 1963. The title victory made Wright the first recognized black world champion of any kind, and the WWA title eventually lost its world title status. Bearcat was also very vocal about segregation and oftentimes refused to wrestle blacks unless blacks were allowed to sit with whites. Pushed his career forward. Used his career to leverage black people, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Dory Dixon was a Jamaican-born wrestler who became Mexico's very first black superstar in lucha libre. Dixon's wrestling career spanned over 30 years, and he mainly worked for EMLL and the UWA, but also ventured to places like Japan and the WWF. But the majority of his success was in Mexico. Promises. I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises. He couldn't hold it.
Mm-mm. When he broke the record last year. Yeah.
The big cat Ernie Ladd was a pro football player turned Hall of Fame wrestler. Ladd was also made the first African American booker and promoter who worked side by side with Bill Watts for the Mid South Territory. Oh damn! Look at this physique. Look at that.
Damn.
Right? Look at the thighs. You see all this muscle definition. What the? This guy's name, this specimen of a man, is Earl Maynard. He was born in Barbados and became a bodybuilder in 1960. Explains why you can see all the muscles in his thighs.
Mm-hmm.
He transitioned into pro wrestling later. During and after his wrestling career in 1978, Maynard successfully made his way into Hollywood. He has over 20 movies to his credit as an actor and even more as a director.
Mm.
Wow, I didn't know any of that. That's a beautiful man right there. Look at him. That is a specimen. A specimen, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few more facts, okay? Y'all can sit through a few more actual factuals. Oh, look at his wingspan. Look at this. That man got mitts.
Bear paws.
Sailor Art Thomas was a former merchant marine who became a very popular wrestler back in the 1960s and 70s, often using his name as a merchant marine to get over with fans of all races. Art Thomas was a true star of his era. Aw, he looks nice. Well, he look like he be whooping ass. Let's see who you are. Sonny King was the first black wrestler to co-hold the WWF tag team titles with Chief Jay Strongbow in 1972. Oh, he was okay. Oh, now we getting into stuff I know. I know who that is. I know who these two are. I'm well aware. You know who it is.
Yeah.
All right. Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson, aka the Soul Patrol, were the very first all-black world tag team champions in the WWF. There would not be another all-black tag team champion for the company until the 2000s. Think about that.
That is fucking nuts.
Think about that.
30 fucking years.
Ain't no point in getting mad about it. Thunderbolt Patterson started his wrestling career in the mid-1960s and faced a great deal of racism along the way. Instead of just sitting back and allowing it to happen, Patterson became outspoken of the racial inequalities, in professional wrestling. By the 1970s, Patterson was blacklisted from the NWA and their various territories. He attempted to start his own promotion, but the power of the NWA at the time was too strong. Thunderbolt Patterson never gave up fighting and was eventually reinstated and allowed to compete in the NWA rings, thanks to friends like Ole Anderson and Dory Funk Jr. The Junkyard Dog was so popular during his run in Bill Watts' Mid-South territory, many fellow wrestlers compared his popularity at the time to rival of Hulk Hogan's in the early 80s. His star power helped sell out arenas throughout the territory, and when heels took advantage of his beloved babyface, riots and attempted murder on the heels were commonplace. We get into greater detail of his time in the run in the Mid-South here. That's crazy. Junkyard Dog was protected, coveted. Oh, we got another one. That look like Ric Flair, don't it? That is Ric Flair. I know that big chin anywhere. Hacksaw Butch Reed replaced JYD as the top face in the Mid-South after Junkyard Dog left for greener pastures of the WWF back in 1982. Reed defeated Ric Flair to become the new NWA World Champion while wrestling for Championship Wrestling in Florida. His title victory did not hold up, however, as a dusty finish, as it would be known a few years later occurred. Ric Flair, always on some bullshit. We know who this is. You know who that is, baby.
Damn.
Yeah. As we all know, in August of 1992, Ron Simmons finally broke the glass ceiling by defeating Vader to become the WCW World Champion. In doing so, Simmons is recognized officially as the first African American World Champion in pro wrestling history. That is amazing. We know who this lady is, this beautiful woman here.
Oh, Jackie.
That's right, you got Jacqueline. Jackie Moore was considered one of the toughest wrestlers, either male or female, in the industry. She started her career in 1988 and wrestled both men and women. She was a record 14-time USWA Women's Champion, the very first Black female to win the WWF Women's title, and was also the first female to crack the PWI 500 for the Best Wrestlers of the Year in 1993. She was inducted into WWE's Hall of Fame in 2016. There have been several wrestlers who traveled to Japan and had successful careers, such as Abdullah the Butch, among others. None had the success of former WCW power plant trainee Bob Sapp. On March 28th of 2004, Sapp defeated Kensuke Saka. I can't say this man's name, so I'm just going to say the Japanese champ. To win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, becoming the first and only to date African American to hold the title. Not only did Sapp achieve that, but branched out to become a star outside of wrestling in Japan. He did commercials and even cut a record album there. That's crazy. There were many other greats in African American wrestling history, and the likes of Booker T, Ron Killings, Jazz, Black Venus, and many others. No doubt these men and women contributed so much to entertain fans worldwide and knock down the walls for others to succeed and excel. So, there you have it. It's your Black History moment. It's your Black History moment. You need it. You needed to know it. Learn it. Read.
I just thought about that. That was actually pretty funny and cool at the same time.
What do you mean?
So, South Carolina was playing somebody. I can't remember the team they was going against.
Mm-hmm.
And the players got tangled up. One of the players fall. Now, the girl fell on the floor. Another player did not notice her when she fell, and when she went to step back, my girl who was on the floor, her wig came off.
Oh,
now all the players noticed it, immediately holding around her so she can fix her hair, so nobody see what was going on. Players on both sides. So
now her wig came
off.
off.
Like, yo, what happened? What's going on? Is she hurt? She okay? The ref told her what happened. You hear Dog go, oh, okay, all right, bet. So she fixed it. Girl got up. Everybody dispersed like ain't shit happened. I was like, I love to see it.
It was all Black players.
And white players too.
Oh, they understood the assignment.
They said, oh, hold on, wait. Everybody come.
Wait, who was the girl that got her hair?
I think it was somebody from the opposite team, but players.
Oh, it was a female basketball team, and her wig came off during the game.
She fell and her wig came off.
You cannot play basketball with a wig on and not glue it down.
And it came off. So when the players on the floor realized it popped off, everybody immediately surrounded her so you couldn't see it.
Wow.
And let her fix her hair.
I thought it was a bunch of dudes.
It was a bunch of girls. Let her fix her hair. And Dawn was trying to figure out what was going on because the referee's not saying nothing. All the players are surrounding her. She thinking she hurt. And then when the rest tell her what happened, you see Dawn go, oh, okay, cool. It's just like, oh.
Okay. That's crazy though. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I gave y'all Black History. We talked about Scott D'Amore. Scott D'Amore of TNA got fired today.
What?
They fired him.
Wow.
And the superstars did not know. They ended up finding out on a phone call. And they didn't let them ask no questions today.
That's crazy.
They didn't let them ask no questions. And I was like, okay. Sure.
That's
It's interesting.
messed up.
Yeah. And then Monique was on Club Shay Shay
He
today.
talked to her for almost 3 hours. He talked to her for damn near 3 hours.
I'm not watching that podcast for 3 hours.
2
Everybody
hours
on
and
her
55
side. And I'm
minutes.
like, it's okay. I'm like, I don't disagree with everything she said, but I don't agree with all of it either. I just don't. I think her husband is weird, but I know he protects her and he should. He's supposed to.
Mhm.
But it's something about their dynamic that I'm not a big
It's
fan
just
of.
rubbing me the wrong way.
I'm not a fan of it, and I'm just like, ooh, you do you, babe. I'm not judging you, but do you? You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about that I just don't like. I'm like, you out in public and you with this man and you calling him daddy in front of other people.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, why you can't like keep that for the bedroom? DL Hughley went off on her ass today. He was like, it's okay for you to sneak this and shade people and say whatever you want because you put sister and brother in front of it. It make it a little bit more palatable and easy for people to take.
No, this is
He was like, no, I'm still gonna come at your ass. He was like, for somebody who be working out all the time, you still is out here hold on a lot of weight. And I said, well, damn, you went right to her ass cheeks. Like, goodness. I'm like, you don't have to go there. You can say she ugly, but damn.
He said you still hold on a lot of weight.
I'm like, goodness me.
Mm-hmm.
She gained some weight actually as of lately. Cause she looked like where she was a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on her they said her special on Netflix was funny. And a lot of people liked it.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm all right.
I'm good.
Ain't no shade. Like, I'm glad Auntie doing well. Like, and then she's like going at Taraji's neck, like you told everybody that everything wasn't right, and now all of a sudden you backpedaling. And I'm like, she was like, you can't come out and say what you say and then not stand on it. And I was like, that's fucked up. I ain't talking about your weight gain, fool. I didn't even know you gained weight. Kitty ain't even fat, y'all. And Kitty is not fat. She barely thick. If we being fair.
That's fucked up.
Barely. Kitty alright. Shit. If you gain weight, tell your man to help you out. He'll help you. You'll get the help you need. You'll work the right muscles. And she barely thick. So up here talking about she fat. I need to lose the stuff. Girl, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody need to lose nothing. If you can walk down the street without being out of breath, you ain't fat. Ain't none of y'all fat. Y'all just in here wanting some damn sympathy. And I ain't giving you none. Because you ain't. I'm tired. So, I did post that Brock Lesnar was removed from the 2K cover for WWE. And a lot of people seem to be pretty pissed off about it. Like, they were very upset that he was removed. And they were like, he hasn't even been convicted yet. I'm like, first of all, he more than likely won't be. He more than likely won't be. Unless somebody else comes forward and has proof that he actually were and that they were pimped out by Vince and given to him in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that comes forward, he more than likely won't suffer any financial loss, and he won't have any civil. She won't file a civil suit against him because there's nothing to file him for, and that just proves that a lot of y'all did not read the lawsuit. Y'all have no idea what this lawsuit states. You don't know what's going on in it. So let me make sure you understand why Brock Lesnar is being removed from everything, and he's not. WWE does not want to associate themselves with this man. The reality of the situation is he is being accused of egregious behavior. He also is being accused of actively participating in sex trafficking. Let me make that very clear. He is being accused of actively participating in sex trafficking. So how is that possible? Some of y'all is under the comments, well, he was never convicted. He was never indicted. He doesn't have to be. The court of public opinion is where he's going to get his justice. It's not going to happen in court because legally he's done nothing wrong. Now, if the videos were sent to Brock Lesnar and it was not sent and she did not consent to sending them, then that could be taken under the guise of revenge porn. But in this case, she sent the videos to him. So she's an adult and he is an adult and she did send them. Now, like I said, she could say that she was forced to send these pictures and videos, which if you read the lawsuit, you can read and it says that she was not willing to do these things, but she was forced to do it by Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So because all Brock Lesnar did was receive videos and pictures and never actually engaged in any sexual acts with this woman, he cannot legally be liable for anything at the moment other than possibly participating in sex trafficking but not receiving it, which again is another situation where he cannot be charged legally for anything. However, it don't look good to us as consumers to have a man on the TV and on the cover of a video game marketed to children that's being accused of egregious behavior. So as a whole, WWE was like, I'm not going to be associated with any of this. Any business that is going to keep themselves afloat understands that if you do not disassociate, you could cause yourself more harm. He is not the only one. This happened with Enzo Amore back in the day. Enzo was being accused of sexual assault. He did not commit the sexual assault, but because he was accused of it, he was then pulled, not only because he was accused of it, but because he didn't tell WWE. They were blindsided by the announcement of it. He was being investigated and they ended up firing him because of that. That is one of the reasons why Enzo and Cass is not only Enzo and Cass, well, Enzo specifically was gone, but that's the reason why we stopped seeing them a lot. They also were like barred from a lot of wrestling locker rooms because at that time Ring of Honor was still in play. So that is common business practice. That's not something that's specific to Brock Lesnar or specific to anybody. They have gotten rid of him specifically because he is a negative stain on the company and they don't need that negativity right now. They're not going to fight for him or any of that, and I wouldn't either. They're going to let the chips fall where they may, and when time calms down, they're probably going to end up bringing his ass back like they did Hulk Hogan. I don't know what else to tell you other than when Hulk Hogan got accused of being a fucking racist, which he is, and the immediate reaction for WWE was to remove him from everything. And they did that for years until he was cleared and made the apology and made amends. That's when he came back. Okay. So I need people to start using their brains and stop trying to defend, because you can't defend what you don't understand or you don't know. If you didn't read the goddamn lawsuit, you can't talk shit about the lawsuit or about the woman who filed the lawsuit because you don't know the inside logistics of what that lady went through. Furthermore, it's really interesting to me how a lot of you will go around defending people who have and may have been attacking someone or actively assaulting a person, and you want to blame the victim as if it's the victim's fault. So Brock Lesnar, Vince, and John Laurinaitis, they don't have nothing to do with this? No, we're not going to play these games. We're not going to go on the victim blaming train and make it seem as though Brock Lesnar is absolved of his bullshit behavior. We're not doing that. You're going to have to grow up, and all of, especially the women, in this live listening now, and the women who are going to be listening later, you all have experienced sexual assault or harassment at some point in your life. And if you haven't, I promise you it's going to happen. For you to now defend somebody who has assaulted someone, attempted to assault someone, or has these egregious allegations against them, that's trash. You really need to go seek help, because there's something going on with you mentally. It's not clicking. Okay? You need help. You need help. Not everybody that comes across these allegations are innocent. Now, don't get me wrong. Not everybody who gets accused of these types of behaviors are guilty. That's the point of having the court of law. But when you have someone out there giving you full on details of all the things that has happened to her, timestamps, dates, you remember trauma in different ways. And a lot of times when it's heavy trauma like this, the mind will store it. That girl remembers it, and it happened to her. So if you can't believe that, then that's on you, babes. I don't know what to tell you. It's only fair to do it to Brock if they can shun Velveteen Dream when it was false. So you don't believe it? I'll wait. Because I don't understand what Velveteen Dream have to do with Brock Lesnar. I'm not following. I'm not following. So I'm going to need an explanation here. Kayla, I don't want you to put that in this chat box. That's your personal business. And I don't want you to put that in the chat box. Not like this. Not like this. You protect yourself, because this video goes live and everybody can see it. And I don't want people seeing or talking about what you're going through or any of that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to put you out there where you could end up being talked about because of something you were sharing in confidentiality with all of us. But it's going to go out on my channel, and I'm not going to do that. So you keep that to yourself. Yeah, you can put it in the DM if you want to, but you're not going to put it in. Don't put it in the comments. Yeah, sure. No problem. I'm waiting on Jayla to respond. I want to know why Velveteen Dream is even brought into the conversation, because to me
No one knows.
it's a separate issue. Number one. Number two, the details of what Velveteen Dream did or didn't do, it was investigated fully by the police, and they claimed that he had no wrongdoing, and he had an attorney as well. This is not the same instance or case that we're talking about. But since you brought Velveteen Dream up initially, an internal investigation with WWE was done when Velveteen Dream's allegations was brought up. And at first he was left into the company because they claimed that their investigation didn't lead to anything. Now, the victim, in terms of Velveteen Dream, came out and said that WWE never spoke to them. They never talked to WWE. So they don't know how they concluded an investigation when they were never spoken to. The police were involved. The police did get involved. The police also conducted an investigation, and because for one victim, he was 17. So in the eyes of Florida, Velveteen Dream, if what was happening, he was legally within his right to talk to him because the legal age is 17 of consent. Okay. Um, in terms of the other victim, which I believe there was one other victim that was supposed to be like 13. They found no wrongdoing. Velveteen Dream claims he never sent the videos. He said he never had these messages or responded to this man, these young men in this manner. So, Velveteen Dream situation, he vehemently defended himself. When it comes to Brock Lesnar has not said anything. He was not named in the lawsuit, but everybody came to the conclusion of who he was by the description of the person that she was talking about. They also, the attorneys have text messages. The text messages of the lady between Vince McMahon, and they have the text messages and the phone call logs between her and Brock Lesnar as well. So this isn't a situation of if he's guilty.
That nigga guilty.
It is what it is.
Sorry.
It's so interesting
Wicca.
how quick people are to discredit victims when it comes to someone famous. I'm not saying Jayla was discrediting anybody. I'm just saying you can't vehemently defend anybody when there's proof that he was doing what he was doing. I encourage all of you to go and read the damn lawsuit. I can't stress that enough. A lot of y'all are going by face value information. You're not looking at the lawsuit. There are pages. That lady has a 67-page lawsuit. Let me reiterate, 67 fucking pages of full details of assault against her by John Laurinaitis, by Vince McMahon. And the only reason why Brock wasn't in a part of the assault is because he was too drunk to get it up the night he was supposed to have sex with her.
Oh. Sorry. That's not fun.
It's the truth. That's what the deposition said. I highly recommend you go listen to the podcast as well because we have an episode on that, and it thoroughly goes through the show. And Kings of the Rings is over there with us talking about it. I'm telling you,
I don't know. None of these people you just need.
they got their own podcast. Nicole was there.
Girl, you know the only podcast I listen to is y'all's.
Then you heard him.
I don't know these people.
He was the only dude on the podcast.
I don't know that man.
No, I'm not talking specifically about her. I'm talking about the fans that have gotten mad at stuff like this. Oh, well,
I sure will eat it.
WWE did what they had to. I don't understand why people are upset about it, because people would be getting mad if they didn't remove him from the cover. And quite frankly, a lot of people was right. They could take Hulk Hogan off the cover. But again, a lot of people feel like he has been vindicated, and he doesn't have to be scrubbed from history from a lot of people.
If
and that's their business.
Well, a different situation.
I still think you're racist, but
racist.
And I'm sorry, but if your version of taking accountability is putting out an apology in an article, then I don't like it. I'm like, your ass got on camera and called people the N-word, and get your ass on camera and apologize. I want to see it.
Who was calling people the N-word?
Hulk Hogan was.
Yeah, sure. I thought you meant like currently. I was gonna say, now who did that? Who got on camera and did that? I'm about to eat this coleslaw.
Coleslaw and what?
That's it.
Ew! You just gonna eat coleslaw? That's disgusting.
Coleslaw is banging. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Nicole, that's nasty. This coming from a heifer that don't eat motherfucking pancakes or ribs. You ever eat a bowl of coleslaw? You nasty.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so tired.
And you can't take it from me.
Oh my god. Ooh, Tony's rustling.
Grow up, Kitty. Grow up.
I can't.
Sick.
I like these tights Tony has on.
What, Tony Nee showed up today? They let him work?
No, Tony Storm. Ew.
Oh, I was about to say.
That's Tony.
I was about to say, damn, they let Tony
Tony,
Nee work? That's
he's
crazy.
probably on Ring of Honor. I haven't watched Ring of Honor in a couple weeks. Now they like announced their show that Sasha's gonna show up at probably.
They haven't done the announcement yet?
I don't know. I feel like they did and I missed it. Hold on.
Let me see what Twitter
I
comment
feel like
is.
they did.
It should be all over Twitter by now.
I seen it the other day. She was going to be making her that like video.
I Ben said that she was going there. Like I don't.
Okay, bang him.
Okay.
I'm trying to see. I don't think. I feel like he did.
People just announcing dream matches.
You know what I keep thinking about? That girl in the roller skates.
What?
This
The
girl.
roller skates lady that fell.
Yeah.
Girl. It don't look like he made the announcement yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But she did post that she was outside of the TD Garden today. But Sasha is a troll.
Yeah. I mean, I still think she signed with them, so it's whatever.
It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Unless they really make it some improvements, I'm still not going to watch it consistently. So. They still got some work to do.
I mean, shit.
They need to be
Look
worried.
at
They
Deanna
need to be worried about
Purrazzo.
Impact, and that's why I've been telling, or TNA.
Deanna has been serving looks as of lately.
She looks great. I was like, especially since they got rid of Scott, I was like, AEW so worried about that what the fuck WWE is doing all the time. I said, you need to be worried about TNA.
Well, them damn superstars is not happy, Nicole. They are pissed.
Pissed about what?
That Scott got fired.
I mean, I think it's weird because it's like it's out the blue, and it's like, again, if you want to take just demote him.
That's what I said. Put him in the head of creative, but
Well,
they
what did he
They
do
didn't
to
need to
him?
fire him like that. Like that was wrong.
And they gave his job to Anthony. They did a Zoom call today, and on the Zoom call, they didn't let the superstars ask any questions.
Oh, how did you find this out?
I was reading all of the articles.
I haven't.
went
Well, I've been
and
at
I
work all day,
found.
so I haven't seen anything.
I went
just
to.
thought it was so odd. Everything about it is fucking odd.
They went and they did the Zoom call, and on the Zoom call, they said that, we were getting rid of Scott D'Amore. They said the superstars were blindsided because they were under the impression that he stepped down. And they were like, that is not the case. We let him go. Some of them were irate. Like they were pissed because all of them really, really liked Scott. And they said that they said they introduced Anthony as the new guy, as the head. And if you don't know, like Scott was head of creative. Scott was the one who booked the shows. Scott was the one who handled the PLEs. He was the one who production went to. Everything filtered through Scott.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Just have him take a step down.
They just got rid of him completely.
That's crazy.
Oh shit, Donnie, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking in there, so I didn't see you.
It's okay. It's only been like a minute.
He said, "Tell this lady." I mean,
no, because I
I
need to do
when
that
I
sometimes. That's because no one
I'm
listens
so
to me.
sorry.
You be backstage for a whole episode. She be like, "Oh my god, I did not know you was in
No,
here."
No,
that
because
happened to me, and I
StreamYard,
was
like,
like,
it's not like Zoom where like when somebody come in, it's like ringing the doorbell. If somebody comes onto the stream, if I'm not looking at the screen, if I'm on a different screen on my computer, I can't see it. So I didn't see you come in at all.
Scratch
But
that.
anyways, they had the meeting on the Zoom. They were talking, and
It's too damn
they
long.
they would not let the superstars ask any questions. They cut the Zoom off. They cut that Zoom call off. Lynn Asper, who's the head of Anthem Entertainment Group, was a part of that Zoom call, but again, they didn't really let them have like a full conversation with each other. It was just, he's the new president of TNA. Scott D'Amore is out.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is wild.
Okay, because I read that, I was like, "That's so left field."
that don't look good.
I'm telling you that something's wrong here. Because at first
I can't picture them just firing him like that
Because
they
he just
fired
did
him.
all this shit. It was
for
like
no reason.
And they ain't saying the reason why. And I'm like, well, if Scott D'Amore ain't got no NDA, I suspect he gonna be over busted open radio telling all the tea.
that Chris Van Vliet.
Now he going to bust it open.
No, he's going to bust it open.
He going to bust it open because Bully Ray's there, number one,
Sorry.
and they want the scoop.
Hell, most of the people on Busted Open work at Impact.
They
They
all,
did,
almost
You
all of them.
got Tommy,
Dreamer,
you got
and
Tommy
it's not
Dreamer,
even
you
like
got Mickey.
it's not even
yeah.
like it was like a couple years ago. They literally just worked there a few months ago.
I'm telling you, at first I was, because when I was talking to the Midwest Melanin Mafia group chat, I was like, okay, it looks like they're trying to move in the same vein that WWE was, with trying to get make better corporate decisions so that they can have better production and better booking, right? And that will in turn get them a better TV deal, which will get them off of Access and put them on something that they can be found either on cable or streaming services, right?
Yeah.
But the problem I have with that is you got rid of a solid booker in order to do that, and you implemented a man who has no idea what to do when it comes to wrestling and how to book it. He has no prior wrestling experience whatsoever, not as a wrestler, not as a booker, nothing.
Bad business.
So when everybody was comparing him to Nick Khan, I'm like, the difference is Nick stayed in his place. He stayed in a lane that he knows, which was corporate America. You're talking about taking somebody from corporate America and planting them in the middle of kayfabe wrestling.
Makes perfect sense.
The whole thing, the way Lynn Asper, he prefaced it, he says, we want to integrate TNA into Anthem Entertainment more. And my thing was, what does that mean? And I went and looked up Anthem Entertainment Group. They're a record label conglomerate.
Yeah, that's what Access TV is. It's just only thing they ever play. Sorry, I'm sure on Access TV. It's stuff about music. TNA is their only non-music show. Besides that, besides I'm a little exaggerating. Besides Cash Cab
That's
and
what I'm
New
talking about.
Japan reruns. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of that show or that channel is music based. It's
That's
like the
wild.
outdated. It's weird. It's like an outdated VH1.
I was like, I don't understand how you're going to do that, but I'm like, this don't look good. And Nick Nemeth and them is like, if I was Nick, I'd take my ass to New Japan permanently.
I would too. They said, "When are you coming back?" I'll
let you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call you back later.
But if I was Tony Khan, I'd get Scott D'Amore right now. I'd go get him. Cause he need
I
him.
go pick him
The
up. First
thing
Triple
is,
H picks him up at the corner.
You ain't lying.
the thing is, TK has to be receptive to actually taking ideas.
Because he's such a fanboy, I think he would listen to Scott Demore.
I don't think he will.
I don't
I do.
think so because
I
if
don't
you a
think he will.
fanboy, you had the people that you were biggest fans of, and you wouldn't even listen to them. How the hell you let Punk go?
Oh, he let Punk go because he
But
had
kept
to.
Jungle Boy.
I mean,
He,
well, yeah, I know that.
I mean,
So now, but I'm
If,
saying,
but
if
also,
somebody's
you can't
telling
be
you
that
like,
soft.
hey, like this ain't how you conduct business, your backstage is messy, this shit is sloppy, and you a whole fanboy, and somebody's telling you this, somebody's been in the game for what, almost 3 decades,
Over 20 years.
and we telling you this, and you like, oh, I mean, hey, you too busy in the back allegedly sniffing up pounds of coke.
I'm telling you, somebody else is also back there hyping him up because he's too much of a punk to not be.
His dealer.
I
And
know.
you
I
got,
think
you
who I
got, you
know
got,
who it
you
is,
got,
but
you
I don't
got.
want to say name. I don't want to say names on here.
Oh shit!
Type it
You
in the
gotta
group
put it in the group chat.
Okay.
Type it in
I
the
need
group
to
chat because
know.
I want to know.
Because I ain't trying to have their family be mad at me.
Because I'm dead ass. If I'm thinking about who you thinking about, then we on the same page. But I just want to know who she thought. Because usually Nicole be dead on and did some shit to go down. And like,
I know we're not on the
like I
same
told
page,
you.
and I don't read books, but I'll read the back of a book in a heartbeat. Don't
The
Okay.
don't get
back
messed
of
up
a
in
book.
that.
I'm sick. But
The
yeah,
back of a book, please.
I
I
will.
think he would hire Scott, but I don't think he would listen to him. And I think Scott is smart enough to not want to put himself in that situation, or hope he's smart enough.
Mm.
But if I was WWE, I would get him immediately.
Ooh, Suge Knight said to Snoop Dogg when Snoop said he hope he find peace. He said, "I hope your wife stop going to Hawaii to find men."
Oh,
You leave their marriage alone. We don't know nothing about it, and I like it that way.
yeah.
Baby.
We don't need to know nothing about what they going on.
I don't know nothing
I
about
mean,
Snoop's marriage. I know he
Okay,
had
well, see,
hoes,
I
and
was
he
thinking
probably
that
had some
too.
too.
you were.
Yeah,
I 100% think it is.
yeah, yeah. That seems about right to me.
Yeah. I didn't want to sit on here because they sister be nosy.
Fair.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm not arguing with that lady.
I bet it. I bet it is old ass looking like a nutsack.
Yeah, I don't like that though, because like you'll hinder an entire company just so.
Yep.
But it's like
But
if I was gonna do it,
if I was WWE, I would pick up Scott and I would have him. I wouldn't really have him like doing. I would have him start gearing shit for the transition to Raw.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
start. I would start gearing that, and then if I was Triple H, I would have like again. Obviously, Triple H is like he's head of creative or whatever weird title that
yeah.
he
But who
has.
are the head writers of SmackDown, Raw, and NXT?
Exactly. So if I was him, I would have Scott right underneath me.
Yeah, because it will, and yeah, because if something go down, Bruce Pritchard don't need to take over. Is he still there?
He's
I think
still
he
kicking there.
left.
Kevin Dunn left.
Kevin Dunn
No, I
left.
think Kevin just left, right?
Yeah,
I think Bruce was gone before that, wasn't he?
You
I
know
thought
what?
Bruce had been there the
He
whole
might be
time.
gone. Hold on.
I think he left because Kevin was the last one left. Kevin just left. I think Bruce had already
I feel
left.
like you're right, Don.
Let's see.
I be high a lot, but
It
some
say
things
he
be
just went
sticking.
under tricep surgery. He not back there because he's going to have surgery.
Mm. I
But it seemed like
mean,
he's still employed by them.
No, Bruce Pitcher is still there.
He
That's
okay,
the
still work
last
there.
one that's the last one that's hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So Kevin had just popped out the blue and said he wasn't with us because what?
Oh, as soon as Vince McMahon was taken out of control, he had been making a stink backstage
You know
for a
what? You're
while.
right because when Vince came back, he brought his ass back too. Never mind.
You right. There it is.
I remember when
Yep.
Vince came back. He brought his. I wouldn't even call his ass the motherfucking naked mole rap because that's offensive to Rufus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
That's
your
it.
ass
No,
look
that's his
like, but
good
you should have
Judy.
said.
He
Not
brought
as
his
good,
good
Judy.
Judy Bruce or his good Judy Bruce with him.
He's talking about I'm more, and then I've I've seen bitch made people, but I was like I've seen bitch made people in real time. Never have they actually said it verbatim. I'm more of a Vince Man guy. You a
Child.
bitch. You a bitch. You a footstool, and
That's
you
the reason
enjoy
why
it.
Brock Lesnar was all in his feelings the first time that Vince got fired.
I mean, with Brock, I understand though because like Brock, this motherfucker, this man
He's
had my
their way
motherfucking
or
back.
whatever.
You know, this is my dog for real, for real.
That was his ticket to the
Yeah,
good
that
life.
was his meal ticket, but Brock was never given bitch made though.
Nah,
Kevin straight up gave bitch made like, no, I'm a more of a Vince McMahon guy. The shit that
I
was
can't
going on
wait.
here,
Oh, I
I'm
I
wonder
like,
wasn't
what
I've
his
been
feeling
other
like,
it.
name gonna be in that
I'm
lawsuit
more
too.
of getting money type of person. So
Right?
I'm
Whoever gonna give me the most money, baby, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Vince. If that's what we all shit, fuck him. I don't even know who that man is.
I'll be like, I'll go kick his fucking door in right now.
Period.
Okay, I'll go knock that fucking dinosaur down in his office right now as we speak. What's up?
He had a dinosaur in his office.
Oh
Girl,
my,
yes.
Child, that fucking dinosaur dog, a
it's like a
dinosaur head,
thing.
I think.
It's been like a
It's
thing
been there
for
for a
years.
while. Like
Yeah.
everybody.
That's all. I go knock that bitch over now. I don't give a fuck. What's up? Bitch,
You see
Hunter
it,
told me to go do it.
you see it in that one Money in the Bank where they were at when they were
Inside the
at
inside
headquarters.
the headquarters.
I can't even remember yesterday. I don't remember that.
Baby, 2020 was a hell of a fight for you. Okay, you was going through some shit in 2020.
Damn, Ryan's still
She was
wrestling.
going through shit and cans of beans.
Apparently, Brian Danielson, Claudio, and
That would
John
be a good one.
Moxley.
Oh my god, that's a
Child, I'll
three.
never forget that shit. She said, "Hey y'all, guess what I just did?" We was like, "What?" She said, "I just threw a can of beans into the bitch ass nigga." I said, "Oh, that's not what I thought you was gonna say." But if that's how you feeling, girl, I'm with it. Do it again. Throw another one. The Sam's
Sure
class.
did.
Are they in Boston? Is that why everybody tripping?
Who in
No, there's
Boston?
a show in Boston in March.
Not Daniel Bryan walking around with the braids.
He been had his shit braided.
Child,
Ew.
I'm mad because he got his shit shaved and it looked kind of attractive, and I hate it.
No, he don't.
I said kinda. I ain't say fully. I said kinda.
I don't see the kinda.
Maybe like on a
Don't.
drunk night, I might fuck him. Might,
Ew.
It's the Usher
drunk
Bowl.
night, might.
No, because he gonna be having vegan condoms and shit. And I ain't.
Girl, baby, I
Ew,
don't care
that
about
shit
that.
disintegrate when it's.
Cause let me tell you something, baby. You
Them
don't use
shits
that
don't
kind of
even
stuff.
work.
You don't use that, baby. It's okay because I don't use them all.
Go to
Let's get
hell,
to it.
God. Go to
Let's get
hell.
to it.
He
Ain't no
said,
diet
Why
over
are
here,
you messing
baby.
with me for 2 days? I'm I'm tired of him. His bullshit.
No, because the vanilla Casey and JoJo took me out yesterday. I was laughing for a few minutes straight.
Yo,
Cause
that was
the thing is,
funny.
I didn't even realize like I typed it for real, but I just typed it and I sent it and I just left. So when I came back and reread it, I said, "That's funny.
It was
You're
so
funny."
Mm-mm.
aggressive how they were singing.
But it
It was so
was.
wild.
That
I
tell
said,
me they
what?
didn't sound like a vanilla Casey and
They
JoJo.
definitely did.
I said, what's
Okay
going
then,
on?
thank you.
It did.
And then Kenny sent that other video that really sent me off. I said, "Back, I gotta go because you
That's
doing
how
way too much at this point."
It was 9 o'clock in the fucking
That video, I locked my phone. I said, "Yeah, let me start talking to her."
Wait, which one?
The video of the two black men after you
Oh.
sent the white one.
God.
The one in the morning was the one that bitch fell. And I saw that lady fail. I couldn't even stick around for the rest of the video. I left immediately.
She just rolled over to the damn floor and
Why would you even
did
use her? You look at the video. Oh, I think I got it. Okay, let me try it.
no,
Ma'am.
no.
Do it.
Mm-mm.
I can do it.
And busted her shit.
I sure can't.
Mm-mm. No,
Said,
ma'am.
oh.
He was out of breath trying to get the skates off.
I need my coat.
She on the floor crying, toes curled.
Looking crazy. What is wrong with y'all people out here?
Oh my god.
But
Crazy
y'all,
times, y'all. Crazy
I have
times.
been on the road a couple days. Why? One of my kids today, he played too fucking much. His mom was talking to him because I was like, he do too much doing that time. Like he want to play, he got to use the restroom, he's scared of the dark. I said it's all types of stuff that he be doing. I know he lying. He be playing games. She
Hmm.
said, yeah, he be playing. She's like, because you're not gonna play with him, are you? And this little motherfucker said, who? I said, you know what? You like to play all day.
Mhm.
You play entirely too much, way too much for me, and I play all day. You do
That's a
too
mess.
much. He just love him, but I can't stand him. Oh, he gets on my nerves. That's want to be in my face all day, every day.
Dave was gonna
Just yesterday, he was like 4 different things. He's like, Miss Lamar, I'm thirsty. I'm like, okay.
No, I don't know.
Lunch is coming. Miss Lamar, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay, lunch is coming. Miss Lamar, I'm tired. I'm like, oh my God. Oh. He came back. He said something on. I said, JC, I said, I cannot help you. All these things you got problems with, I can't help you. I literally, I can't. I don't know what to tell you right now.
That's a wild shit.
He was like, oh, okay. I said, please go have a seat. He went to go sit down. And the next 30 seconds, he's back in my face.
Hmm.
He can't help it.
I've been like, help this nap because that's what you about to do.
Child. She did say, she's like, he don't take naps though. I said, that's probably what it is. So she said, it's okay. We could change it. I said, baby, do what you got to do.
Okay,
We
I'm
should
gonna give him some
change it.
melatonin. Yeah, he be going to sleep then.
Spray that.
Child, but he don't do naps. He be getting on my nerve. He's like, I don't want to take a nap. I'm like, don't really care. Didn't
Mhm.
ask you what you want to do.
Y'all serious? Like the greatest trilogy in wrestling history of all elite wrestling. One of the greatest trilogies in history of professional wrestling. Two absolute masters of their class with godly chemistry. They talking about Swerve and Hangman Adam Page.
Child,
What?
next conversation.
Okay,
Huh?
they wrestled at Wrestle Dream, and then they wrestled at Full Gear, and
Yeah.
then they are wrestling today on Dynamite.
I mean,
The
could
winner goes
they?
on to get the championship shot. I wouldn't say it's the greatest wrestling trilogy.
Because it ain't.
If it was so great, everybody would be talking about it because I was talking about other stuff in AEW when I wouldn't even watch AEW. So it's not that great.
I mean, I'll talk about Deanna Purrazzo and Tony Storm stuff, which I actually
Period.
Let's
have
let's let's
because
date it back
I'm
to
more interested in that than what's going on with Swerve and Paige. And it's not even about like Swerve being a piece of shit. It's just the genuine like there's no
it's
continuity with them.
right.
And also, I don't understand, and I like Hangman. Why does he constantly get in contenders and spots to contend for the championship consistently for no reason?
Because
Well,
he's.
Don't
that's
he
a
be
good
losing?
point. I mean, and Swerve was making that point, which I had to agree with him. He was
Yeah.
like, "You always are the one. Like, what's the
I
deal?"
don't like that.
And I kind of have to agree. I don't get me wrong. I love Hangman Adam Page. He's one of my favorites in AEW, but I understand he's their ultimate babyface, and that's fine. But at the same time, and
There we
this
go.
he's not gonna win. He's not gonna beat Swerve. Swerve's gonna go on to challenge for the title, or at least he should, if we're gonna do it that way.
What title?
The AEW championship, the world championship.
Who holding that right now?
Samoa Joe?
Oh dang, he beat MJF.
Oh yes. By the help of the devil himself, Adam Cole, and his merry
Oh,
band
that's
of
what
demons.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, got it. Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
And I was talking to Nicole about that a while ago. Like, I didn't even know Adam Cole was the damn devil until I happened to be talking to Nicole in passing and she mentioned it. And
What
I
did I
was just
mention?
like, you mentioned that Adam Cole was the devil. And I was like,
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
Yeah,
nobody said anything
she
online.
said it beforehand because nobody gave a shit.
Nobody said anything though, and it was
But
a whole storyline. That thing,
weren't they
they had
teasing it
that
for like a
man
little bit
on
too long?
TV. What happened?
So weren't they like teasing it for a little bit too long?
No, yeah, it was, but it was like 3 months.
Yeah, I heard I did see through passing like they was getting tired of guessing who the fucking devil was. They was like it's either Ali or Cole. No, yeah, Adam Cole. And they was like, well, we just fucking tired of guessing when he gonna be here. Cause it's
But
not
then
like new clues.
when they revealed who it was underwhelming because nobody said anything.
Child, they was really upset. They said he got a little buffer, but they was like he still look like a child. So they was really upset. They were completely under. I said, now y'all smoke and mirrors is gone. Now y'all see ain't shit to it. Now y'all upset.
That's wild.
But just 365 days ago, y'all was cool. In fact, y'all even doubled down on the fact that we was probably getting Satan himself, CM Punk.
Yeah.
Y'all just knew he was gonna come backstage and just fuck everything up.
I feel like but I feel like he also did shit just to do it.
Just to get out of
Fair.
there. Probably so.
I would too.
He's a Scorpio, ain't he?
I stand by the fact that man plotted and schemed his way out of
I
there.
think Tears has said that a while ago too.
Yeah.
Tears has said that months ago when he went, and I thought that was weird too. And I was like, why
Yeah.
is he backstage apologizing to all
Yep.
these people?
Yep. Yep. And
I
Tears was
told
like,
y'all.
she was like, something ain't right. And I'm like, I don't understand why he would do that.
I
Because what
told
is he
y'all.
gonna gain?
Well,
Because he's in AEW. All he doing is, repairing the bridge. But why would he do that? And I remember her saying he probably trying to get back to the E. And I was like, but for what?
Alexa was like, nah, fuck that. I said, baby, just watch.
Look at her. Look at the comment. Look at the comment. Look.
What happened? Who said it? She did, because she the one who sent the
She
tweet.
did.
She the one that sent the tweet.
Cause she was like, he must be trying to get his way back in. I'm like,
Yeah.
but
I was like,
why?
And at first I was like, yeah, maybe. And then after a while, I was like,
Right.
I smell
Some
him.
yeah, and then
yeah, Nicole was
when
starting
that
to, she was
shit
like, something ain't right. I was like, I know what it is. He coming back
when
home.
that shit started happening over at AEW, that's when I'm like, this motherfucker plotted this shit out.
Yeah, the second go around, I knew what was up. I said, oh, he done.
I'm
I
like,
said, he's
damn,
messy for that. That's funny.
That was
Man.
kind of a little reimbursement for losing Bray, just a little bit.
I kind of fuck with it though.
Hey,
I kind
baby,
of fuck with it though.
they say when you out there, you gotta take what's outside, bring it inside, but you gotta do a business wise, and that's what the
I
fuck he
kind of,
did.
I kind of mess with it though.
So
He did
instead of
take
getting
one.
like, instead of just like leaving or just being terminated and losing
He
that,
stay here.
instead of leaving, he made them do it. And he knew he was on thin ice, and he knew TK couldn't think for himself because the allegedly the snow in the air.
Yeah, that is. I do remember Tears of saying that. I do remember her saying that.
What she
'Cause
say?
it was dysfunctional back there, and even though he had collision, she didn't think he was gonna be able to stay because he can't deal with all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but he got Tony's ear, and he had
Damn.
the show. The show was fine,
Show was trash.
but something about him being
Kenny,
backstage
please.
at WWE that day they was in Chicago, it did not sit well with me. And I'm just like, why would he go?
I knew
No,
what was
and
going
yeah,
on.
why he didn't go. And then what really got my gears, and I'm so glad I stood on business because Trey was trying to tell me I was tripping. And he was like, you thinking too much. As soon as they started open up extra seats the first
Yeah, that's what I
Yes,
time,
knew.
and I
Mm-hmm.
said, he's coming back. And he was
that's
like,
when Nicole was like, she said, "Oh no." She was like,
She
that don't
said,
make no sense. She
she said,
said
what the fuck is
Randy's
going
cool,
on?
but they ain't doing all of this for Randy.
Right.
and then it was like a week before, I think, they said they opened even. I said, oh no, he's showing
Yeah,
up.
they said they opened up the whole back one, the whole
And
back
I
area. I
said,
said,
Hmm.
oh,
oh, I
hell
said he
no.
coming.
And they lowered that Titantron so it wasn't so big. I was like, I don't know, Nicole might have a point.
I
And
didn't
it was
I
like
like that.
knew.
he was like, y'all a little too, y'all doing a little too much. I'm like, I
But you
don't
know
know.
what? Let's date it back because you know who really told y'all? Me and Kenny.
Wait,
When that man said
when
he
did
was
I
like,
say
I'm
that?
going back to wrestling, he was like, oh, he making his way back home. It's not gonna be today. It's not gonna be tomorrow.
But he's
I
coming
said, but
back.
he coming.
Mm.
I
John
bet you.
said he was coming back the moment he showed his face again. And I
I
was
should
like,
have
you
put
crazy.
money on it. I'll
Summer of
be
Punch.
making so much bank right now. Oh my god. I
Serious?
should have put money on it.
You did say that, but I had been saying that from the
I
beginning.
wonder, did they give him them super steroids yet?
Not the super steroids. The
That's
same one
what
they gave Cena.
I mean, allegedly, but
Yep.
The
Yep.
same, the same
She
one
said
Cena got
also
back in
said a lot of what
2015.
was going on that he was being blamed for wasn't all his fault. And them motherfuckers in the back saw him as a target.
and they still having
They
those
still do.
problems.
Yeah.
Yep. She said, because what was the reason for them opening up the seats at a sold out show in Chicago? That's what Nicole
Mm.
said.
Yep,
And
that's
And
what
that's
I
I
it.
was
said
That's
like,
when they
she
the
got a
first
point because
when
they
they
had
opened up
already,
that
it was
first
already at
round of
capacity.
seats. It been sold out, and I was like, he's coming fucking back, and then Trey was like, oh, I think you're over analyzing. Someone was like, oh, it's for Randy. I was like, I love Randy.
It was
I
never
yeah.
for
love
Randy.
Randy. It's not for Randy.
Yeah, because him leaving ain't like it ain't really put a dent in the show. For real. We've been happy to see him back, but
I was
then
with Nicole on that one. I was
within the
like,
next few
and then
weeks, it's
Twitter
already
said it
back into the
too.
swing of things.
I was with them on that one. I was like, no, I think he's coming back too, because I don't understand. There's no reason for them to open up that many seats just for Randy and for them to have a big moment with Randy.
Yeah.
Okay, just for us to see the Judgment Day lose, it is not a big deal.
I could understand if Roman was there and Randy got to put his hands on Roman that night.
Yes.
Then I would have been like, okay, it had to be for Roman and Randy, but Roman wasn't even on the card.
Okay, he wasn't even in town.
Take
That
care of the
nigga was in a
kids.
suit somewhere.
Okay, they probably about what?
Now, when that
They
music
about
hit and
three,
that
four
man came
now.
out,
She need help.
I was like, Nicole, here go your flowers, girl.
It
Child.
was so funny because I was at work, obviously, and then I had it playing on the background, and I didn't realize it was like the end of the pay per view. So I was like bagging an order, and I was like, could Tony just come out and make this fucking announcement? I'm tired. Um, and then I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I heard the music. I said, what? And I was like, no, no, I'm hearing shit. And I remember I literally put my entire fucking face because I was trying to like multitask like against my phone because I like could not believe it.
Oh my Lord.
Man, I remember when he motherfucking left. I thought it was a work. I said, okay, he gonna be back tomorrow. He gonna be back on Monday night.
Mm-mm.
He didn't come back. I said, okay, maybe the next few minutes, maybe on the pay per view. He ain't come back. I said, oh, he was dead. He quit.
He was
The nigga
delusional.
left. I said, oh man. Oh, here I am 10 years later.
But you know what was cute?
Mm.
I seen a video of him. He was being interviewed for his I think they're gonna put a 24 out for him
I'm surprised it's not out yet.
because he was being interviewed and Jade was over there. She saw him and she waved, she spoke, but he was like, I want to talk to her. I see her over there. I'm gonna go talk to her. He ran to her like a kid would run to their mom.
Oh
Oh
And
yeah,
he
he
yeah.
jumped
hugged
over the
her.
rail. I saw
He
that.
jumped over that rail and he hugged her for so long. I was like, oh,
I know he hugged her, he picked her up. I was like,
I said, now
geez.
Phil over here making me like him again. Like, don't fuck up. Don't
Period.
fuck up.
And then someone was like, and they were like, here comes CM Punk, always with some bad bitch.
Period.
For
And
real.
and
Come on
someone
now.
was like, they're like, I low key don't believe all that stuff because it's like none of the women have problem with him, and they all say nice things about him.
Because one thing
Literally.
CM Punk didn't do was he never got into the women's business. He didn't do that.
Period.
He only cared about the business that affected him. So yeah, he's gonna have some abrasiveness with some guys, and some guys aren't gonna like him. I don't think everything we heard about him is true, but I do believe that he became difficult to work with, and I do believe that he was self-destructive at
Oh,
times.
100%.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
that's
think he
why
self destruct because he was like, he ain't gonna let me out of this contract or
Nope.
let me be able to let myself out of contract. I think Tears is still in here, and I think Tears has said that he realized that that he was gonna have to get himself fired.
Yeah, she did. She gotta get her flowers too, because that
She
child be
did
in the
because she
comments
was
screaming.
right on the money for
She
that.
be on it.
she
She be in
did.
it. She
She
be on
said
it.
that. She said that from the start.
She was like,
No, he was never.
But
He was
yeah,
never messy in that way.
yeah,
that's why
It
when
was
y'all
never
was
like that, and
saying,
that's why I was like, it's possible,
but
especially with the
also
black
he
women.
always tried to help. Like he always tried to help too, and I think he really always tries to help the women now, probably because of like the AJ and probably like the time period that they were coming up in, like how
Mhm.
hard it was for girls. So I think he like sees like, oh my gosh, like look at like how far they come now. So I think he feels like he needs to like help push them forward or like
Mhm.
help
mm-hmm,
still.
And I like how he's very attentive to Jade, to Cora Jade,
Yeah.
and he talks to Roxanne. I do it. I do like that because it's very difficult for some women to trust guys, especially in the industry nowadays.
Yeah.
So I like that they have somebody that they can go to that's a male figure, especially with the kind of report Punk has. It'll help.
Yeah, and also he's somebody who won't, who won't shut the fuck up. So like, some shit ain't clean, he'll say something.
You ain't lying.
He'd
that's
be like,
why
"Oh, all right, is Tony? All right, Tony, come on now."
Are you coming out yet?
And he's finally on the TV. It's
All right,
nine
bro.
twenty two,
What you gonna do? Talk for 3 hours?
probably.
Okay.
but that's like when y'all was talking about him, and I was like, I'm not seeing the issue. I was like, he sounds like a regular Chicago person to me. So I was like, when y'all was discussing, I said that's the same way I'll react. Yeah, I want time too.
I mean,
I'm a
fair.
champion, but you gonna replace me? It's not even a
Big
title match.
business. Oh,
Can you
so
talk
that's when
I
about
was
Baby's
Mercedes is
like,
gonna
career
show up.
without mentioning?
It's Boston, March 13th, and it's basically like a TV special, big business.
That's the announcement.
Wow.
Yeah, it's at TD Garden.
he could have tweeted that.
Okay.
That could have been an email.
No, he's saying it's an entire night pro wrestling will remember. So Mercedes is showing up. Big business. That just screams Mercedes.
Okay.
Man,
Whatever. I don't
Oh
care.
yeah.
the
He could have tweeted
Undertaker,
that. He
Okay.
could
So the match for oh wow, AEW Revolution. It's gonna be a triple threat.
yeah.
Paige, Strickland, and Joe are gonna fight it out in the trip. Okay, y'all couldn't give it to Swerve and just let him fight for it.
No, it was like a no contest, which it ended in a no contest because they ran out of the time limit,
Okay.
which I don't understand. And I'm like,
please
I
return
don't know
to
what I
Pluto.
tweeted. I was like, I'ma laugh if they gave Swerve. Well, I don't know what Revolution is. I was like, it'd be funny if they gave Swerve the belt only to take it off of him March 1st.
Sorry.
I would laugh.
Mhm.
Oh, this kid is losing his mind over fucking Chris Jericho. This nasty
And
looking man. All right, I'm tired. I don't need to watch this show no more.
I finally saw that clip y'all was talking about a couple weeks ago of Samoa Joe beating up that little boy. I
He talked
felt so
about Hook.
bad for him.
Don't be playing my dude
Yeah.
like that.
No, I felt bad for him. I was like, why did they let him get his ass beat? I said, this is what they was talking about his daddy sitting right there?
When I
I'll be
tell
god
you,
motherfucking damn.
I think I was high.
You
And
were.
I was so irate watching that. And I was like, Taz is a little bitch
Mm-hmm.
because that couldn't be me.
I told you he beat the
I
hell
don't
out
care
of him.
how scary.
He beat the brakes off that boy.
I said, you know what else is scary? I'd be like my Glock.
Facts.
I'm about to shoot your big ass. Watch out. You want to keep playing?
Yes, you want to play with my kid? So I'm gonna show you something to
I'm
fucking play with.
show you my Samoa no.
All right, I gotta do SBC chat early because I have to do to get your podcast today.
The
I
what?
gotta go on there at 10:30. Excuse
Oh,
me.
that's why we early today.
Oh yes,
Mm.
yes, baby. Because I was not going to be on there and going live after that. I won't be done until maybe like 11, 12.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll be up.
Y'all ain't gonna be up.
Oh, girl, please, we be up. Of the wee hours of the night. What is the time?
Grape Kool-Aid is
Not that
nasty.
It is not.
Yes, it is. It
Why are
tastes
you
like
drinking medicine?
it's disgusting.
What he drinking?
Me.
It's got a nasty aftertaste to it.
It's great. It's going
It's
to
my
go.
great Kool-Aid.
It's gross.
Great Kool-Aid.
I know, like
You don't like grape Kool-Aid?
no,
And you be talking about me with Sharkberry Finn?
cause you be hating on Sharkleberry Finn and you
Girl,
don't have to.
please.
All
What?
you talk about is banana, banana this and banana that.
You do taste the banana, and I don't like it in my juice.
It's good.
Not the Sharkberry fan.
Tirza said before we move on to the SPC chat, she said, "What got me and pulled at my heartstrings was seeing him cry and telling Cody to finish his story."
Who?
CM Punk.
What was he crying?
You didn't see him last Monday?
Oh, I forgot about that. And I don't mean
Last
that in like a negative way, but I forgot about
she
that.
watched it and had her emotions, and then it was out of sight, out of mind, which is fine. I
It'd be
mean,
like that because when I saw Rhea on Monday, I said, "What the fuck is she doing?" I was like, "Oh, you got your ass beat last week."
Yeah, I sometimes even though it was good, like sometimes I don't retain things. Like because I obviously consume so much wrestling. So sometimes I don't retain it.
yeah,
Like honestly, I cannot tell you a single match I watched for Wrestle Kingdom, and that was last month. I have no recollection of Wrestle Kingdom, basically. And it was only a month ago. Like a month and a half.
oh shit.
It'd be like that.
All right, we're doing SPC chat, and then I'm gonna be out y'all here. I need 30 minutes to prepare for this
Okay,
this pod.
she's a rapper.
Question 1. I lost my job and I'm staying at my friend's house while I find another place to stay. I've been dealing with my I've been dealing with my friend's husband for a few months, and he made promises to leave her. You dirty bitch.
Oh my god.
Well, no.
This one.
But now that I'm in their house, he's acting funny.
Never thought he died.
Case in point,
I never had thought he died.
you wash your panties in the kitchen sink.
Excuse me?
But his actually was like stronger than
I'm
I was
sorry,
washing
what?
my panties in the kitchen sink. He hit the roof. Him.
Was like, you know,
Bitch, why you washing your nasty drawers over my coffee cup?
No, I was just in the sink.
Hey, me. You had your face all in my cat, and why you acting brand new? He told me if I ever mention that again while his wife is there, he kicked me out. But I was speaking my truth. Here I am in his house, and he's still trying to make me feel like I'm number 2. When she's at work, he tells me I'm his number 1, and I believe him. I'm tired of hiding our love. What to do? Bitch, first of all, you nasty.
She don't love you.
Why are you washing your drawers out in the sink with dishes in the sink? What's wrong with you?
We watched Bad Girls Club so many times.
Put the damn drawers in the damn. Y'all ain't got no motherfucker. Oh my God.
Just in the sink. You
You ain't got
washing
no
your
washing machine,
hands
you,
and other
you nasty bitch. What
the kitchen
fuck
sink
you being in
though.
her house and fucking her husband? Fuck that. You was contaminating all they dishes with your girl.
She said it just needed some je ne sais quoi.
Kenny, if you don't shut the fuck up, if you don't shut your ass
You need
up.
some ginseng for your painting. We can do it.
Mm-mm.
No.
Girl, you're nasty. I don't advice. Stop being a nasty whore.
What do you want us to give you advice on? You literally don't know how to wash your own drawers.
And that's why you ain't got no place to stay. You
And
fucking people's man.
you stay in her house and you sleeping with her husband.
And you believing in him, that sounds like a you problem, bitch. Be
And you
smarter.
wait till she go to work to sleep with her husband, and then he pillow talking about you his number one so he can get what he want. And then you mad when she around and he not giving you, girl, either play your role and shut the fuck up or get your shit and get out. You're never going to be his number one. You're always going to be a convenience. That's it.
You're no longer my number 3.
If you want to be a convenience, that's your business. Because I'm tired of telling adults what to do. Fuck y'all. I'm sick of this shit. You out here washing your damn drawers out in the sink and got the audacity to get mad. Everybody don't want to taste your nasty ass coochie. Trifling bitch. Just nasty.
Somebody do.
No. I do not want to get up in the morning and have coffee a la cooch. I don't want to have that.
Apparently, that's sleep with her.
Oh, this is so sad. Did
She
you
washed
see
know
that
what?
her
article?
drawers in the sink over the cups.
I am
Did
aware
you?
of that.
I know we talk about this, but I just saw this pop up. Did you see that article about Ashley Massaro?
No.
They were, how people were, well, basically, like, how when she said that she got raped on that Kuwait tour, and then
Yeah.
everyone was denying it. So one of the officials came back and said that, certain people knew that it was true.
Mm.
I don't even want to say my
Oh,
joke.
it was John Laurinaitis, apparently. Ooh, he is up. He's already letting the cats out of fucking bags.
Well, he was one of the officials that knew.
Yeah.
How you gonna snitch on yourself?
Dumbass.
You gonna dry snitch on yourself? Bitch, you
Ooh,
was in
they about
charge.
to. Oh, I can't wait. Him and Vince, they about to be messy. They about to
The
air
fuck?
out both their closets.
It's gonna be lovely.
I
I
was
can't
gonna
wait.
say Tifta want no cream with her coffee.
Shut up. Shut
Oh
up.
my God, stop it. I'm gonna throw up. That's disgusting.
Shut up.
Everything about this is so gross to me.
You shut your fucking mouth. You shut your fucking mouth, bitch.
That's
Just
funny, man.
ignorant.
I'm about to cry.
Mhm.
I'm tired of
I'm
already.
just like nauseous thinking about it.
Let's just move
We're
on.
moving on to the next one because
She's
gross.
just nasty all around.
Question number 2. In April of 2022, 4 weeks before my wedding, my future mother-in-law sent a text. Farrah, Malcolm moved away. I respect how much you love my son, but please forgive him and give him space. Bitch, what?
Nothing going.
My family counseled me that I must respect his choice to leave. I was not okay. I lost so much money on that canceled wedding. I struggled to survive our breakup, but Malcolm walked away so easily. He was dating again and living his best life on social media. And in 2023, he got engaged. I was furious and devastated. Last month, his ex fiance, Roshina, reached out to me on Facebook. Malcolm dumped her too. I was in shock. Apparently, this is a game that Malcolm and his mother play. Love bomb a woman, propose, and then leave weeks before the wedding. Is there anything we could do to stop them? We suffered major emotional damage and lost about $14,000 in canceled wedding expenses. I'm inclined to believe that the woman that he claiming is his mama is not his mama.
Yeah,
And y'all getting conned.
I'd sue them. I feel like they got a decent enough case.
This sound like some Dear John shit.
Emotional distress.
Girl. Y'all could do some John Tucker shit and find a bitch that's his type and set his ass up.
Mm.
Okay?
That's a lot.
But you gotta get through his mama. You know what I'm saying? Get to that old bitch that he fucking. Get her ass, tie her up in the basement somewhere. Okay? And
This
then
is
you
like
gotta
that
get
movie Tyler Perry made.
you
Uh-huh.
gotta
Whatever
get
the
them
fuck the
together.
name of that
I'm
is.
telling you.
Is it acrimony?
Ew.
No, not that one, girl.
I hate that movie.
That's the
I hate
wrong
that movie so much. I hate that movie so much.
What's wrong with acrimony?
I hate Acrimony so much.
What's
I
wrong
love
with it?
Acrimony.
It's such a divisive film, and everybody talks about how the husband is not the bad guy, that Taraji's character is the bad guy. And I was like, they both are shitty people. They're
Right.
both equally shitty.
Mm.
I hate that movie. I hate it with a passion. If I never had to see that damn picture again of her sitting in a damn chair with her legs crossed,
Well,
looking like she could eat the world, I will be happy
when two
because I'm
shitty people
tired.
and two
It's
shitty
not
people
called
link up.
Acrimony. It's something
I don't
else.
know what the fuck it's called. I don't know. That's just what came
Fuck
to
that
my
damn
mind.
movie. I hate it.
Let me see what movie it is.
When two shitty people link up, it's called a bowel movement.
Uh, not bowel movement.
Oh, Jesus. You are at a 5-star minimum. Please bring it down to 2 stars. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
2-star jokes, please. 2-star jokes.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
So how is everyone?
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, the dude you messing with is a professional con artist.
Mm.
Essentially, what you got is a duo. If that's his mom, I'll be surprised. I do not think that's his real mother. I think that's his woman. Y'all probably be giving them money on top of that. They get their money, they realize it's getting closer to the wedding, and then they go ghost.
I
She
fall
sent a
from
message,
grace.
and then they find a new victim and a new target. They scope out their target, start the process of getting them engaged, getting married, being in love, and it works for a while because you got to be able to do that for a minute.
Scenery.
Yeah,
$14,000.
that sounds like a
Shit.
fall from grace. I'm gonna watch that
That's the
tonight.
name of the other one. That's the one where the wigs was all tore up. Don, that's even
Yeah.
worse than acrimony.
No, so the wigs was messed up for sure, but the movie was good.
So
That's
did
straight
he
bitch.
change it?
It
Did he
was
change it so
good.
that the older woman had like a hidden agenda, or did
That
she,
young man was fucking that old lady, and they was robbing and scamming people, and I think they was capturing people too. Yeah, they was having people in the basement and shit.
also that wasn't really his mom?
No,
I thought so. Okay, that was the twist. Cause
Plot
that
twist.
wig he had on, that's her.
Mm.
Baby, that
uh,
fade, that hot top fade he put on that Negro.
that lady acting like that was her friend.
I
It
said
was.
you could have just let him be bald headed. He is natural. He already bald headed. He could still be a scumbag and be bald headed. Why did you put this wig on this grown man?
Child.
A mess. A
All
mess
right,
and a half.
we on question number 3. Please let this one just be normal. Please.
It can never be that simple.
Husband said I was born in bed. That's why he spent money in the strip club.
What?
met me in the strip club.
He was
Wait.
born in a strip club.
Husband said I was boring in bed.
Oh.
That's why he spent money in the strip club. He met me in the strip club.
Mm.
I brought a dancer home, put my mouth on her in front of him just to add spice to our marriage. He couldn't perform with the two of us in his bed. He just wanted her. A few days later, I broke out with fever blisters on my face and pink eye.
Yeah.
Husband pulled away from me. He said I was being punished for disrespecting our marital bed with a stripper. And now he's back at the strip club. I don't want to lose my husband to another woman. I stole him away from his first woman.
Well.
I earned his love and my wife status, but I feel that he's slipping away. What to do, girl? You have a sexually transmitted disease on your face and in your eye.
She's like that girl that got saved at the gym.
Oh,
That was wild.
That dude. Okay, there's a video
But
of a girl not being able to get the weights off of her knees, her legs, so she asked for help. And the dude came over and put his leg over hers and put his whole ass in her face to push the weights off of her leg, and she's trying to push his ass away.
not once, but
He's
twice.
just sitting over her face. Just whole ass just bounced right on it.
And of course, the
His
mom.
ass on her face like twice.
that was sick business.
But 2 questions. Why would he do that? And
Why
why
am I
would he have
watching
all
a
that
wig
hair?
get installed for an HIV commercial
What?
or prescription?
Mm.
What is
Go to
this?
bed. Go to bed,
No,
baby.
this commercial needs to go to bed.
Hey, girl, I don't know what to tell you. You got an STD in your eye and on your face.
That's sick.
And you worried about him slipping away. Let his ass fall away. Shit.
Jeez.
And he gonna tell you disrespecting the marital bed. Girl, he couldn't even get it up.
The STD in the eye is what really sends me.
Mm.
It's in her eye and it's blisters on her face.
Jesus.
Your husband can't even get it up when talking about having sex with you. At this point, it's not up to you anymore. The marriage is over. Maybe next time you won't be stealing other people's husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
All I got for you is buckle up, bitch.
It's about to be a bumpy
Okay.
ride.
You're in for a wild ride.
Okay? Question number 4.
That's a ride, all right.
We ain't got a break yet. We ain't got a break. My roommate April has one clean corner of the apartment and it's spotless. Drapes are steamed, carpet is clean. Books that she never read are stacked neatly next to sex toys.
What?
It's all for her OnlyFans. Just off camera are rat traps, used heroin needles.
Oh, wow.
Rat traps and used heroin needles.
Well, who's doing the needles? Master Splinter?
Out here living in the old trap house.
Kenny, please.
That don't add up to me. Why you?
I clean when I can, but she invites
enough.
Tricks. She invites Tricks home. I film their sex scenes for her OnlyFans, and they mess up the apartment again. The health department has sent several notices to our home that April refuses to open. I've slept with her a few times out of curiosity, but now I'm scared I may have caught something and passed it on to my girlfriend.
I'm disgusted.
April looks pregnant, and there's a chance that it's mine because I'm the only one she lets hit it raw.
What a dummy. What?
April thinks I love her. I've
Ew.
said this to get some.
Wow. Well, you know what? You did it to yourself.
And she wants to start a family, so abortion is not an option. I don't know what to do at this point. Advice.
Break up with your girlfriend.
You are a fucking loser.
Break up with your girlfriend.
Why are you telling this the work that you love them? Knowing that she is clearly living a lifestyle that you don't care for, but you were so fucking curious that you couldn't use a condom. And now you don't even know if you caught something, and this girl might be pregnant. So let's put it this way. If she is pregnant, well, you say she's pregnant, so fine, she's pregnant. What if the disease she has is not curable? That means that the baby you have is also going to have a disease or have some type of ailment because of you and your stupidity. You want advice? I'll give you some advice. Don't eat egg salad if you plan on riding the bus. There's your advice.
Sorry, I just never heard that before.
What? Get gas. Eggs give you gas. So that's what the old people tell you.
Yeah, what kind of old shit is that?
I'm just saying. That's all I got for you. I don't have any more.
He said, don't ride the bus.
I'm tired. We have not gotten a break yet, and we on question 5. And every time we read one, it gets worse and worse. It just
Oh, you know.
question 5. I caught her with her ex Cedric's dick in her mouth.
Mm.
Come out the
Oh
gates.
hell no.
God.
We don't love these hoes.
Cedric ran so fast that he left his phone behind. I lost control and smacked the soul out of her. She leaned her head back and smiled. That's when I knew she was a full-on demon. Her. You don't own me. I don't belong to you. I'm not yours. This ain't your pussy. I can have him in my mouth whenever I want. I asked her if she was trying to get me to unalive her. Her. You're not man enough to end me. Please try. I beg you. I sacrifice myself just to know that you'll spend your life in jail. Well, goddamn. She broke my heart. I know there's a restraining order against me, but I drove past her house and saw Cedric's car, and I had to kick in her front door. I walked away from her, and then she jabbed several times in my back with a penknife. I thought she was pinching me. I got medical treatment and forgave her.
What?
But our relationship is draining me. Yet, literally, nigga, you're bleeding. And she tried to press charges about the front door. She knew Cedric or any man ain't supposed to be there. How to fix us? How to fix us? When you slapped her and she turned around and smiled, that should have been your key to get the fuck out of there.
I ain't never heard of anyone who wanted to be a pushpin so bad in their life as their occupation. That is crazy.
This bitch stabbed you in the back.
Literally.
This bitch literally stabbed you in the back. And figuratively. And you like, how do I fix us? Keep kicking in her front door. That's how you fix it. Keep going to her house and kicking in her front door. That's my advice. Because you're going to jail. It's either you're going to jail or you're going to die.
Who's gonna check me?
Either way, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because I can't. The last question, and then I'm going to be out of here. I thought that my boyfriend and I could reach that coveted spot in our relationship where I could drop by after work and spend the night without calling first.
That's like them girls that go across the country to surprise their like spouse, and they be looking like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, why are you here? Last month I dropped by. We made love and I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep, so I rolled over to get my phone off the nightstand. My phone fell on the floor and slid under the bed. I felt around for it until a bloated hand reached from under the bed and gave it to me.
Excuse me.
What?
I felt around for it until a bloated hand reached up from under the bed and gave it to me.
He got demons in his
That's
house.
right.
It was my boyfriend's alcoholic ex hiding under the bed. Insults.
Surprise! Surprise! Take it away. Sarah.
Insults flew. My boyfriend pretended to be asleep until I mentioned yanking off his penis to wake him up. He admitted that he banged his ex right before I arrived and she was trying to sneak out, but I was in the wrong because it's his house and I should have phoned first. His ex added that she still had a key. I've invested 2.5 years in this relationship, and I feel that this is close to marriage. Walk away or hang on. You're asking to walk away, and a bitch grabbed your hand when you
How
not
many
ready to get
years?
your phone.
How many years did you say?
By some fucking crackhead?
Yes, 2.5 years.
Delusional.
Girl, she
You
got a kid and you don't.
do you understand how scary? Do you know how I would have peed on myself? Do y'all understand the fear, the real
I
fear?
would have cried.
I would have been screaming. That hand would have got stomped on. I'd have grabbed every. Do you understand that his ass, nobody would be safe if a fucking hand come from under the bed? That would traumatize me. She literally handed you your phone. Why didn't you
Eventually,
What's wrong with people?
at least scoot it closer.
why didn't you just push it closer to where she was?
I would kick that shit
That's
right back in the
what-
face.
The bitch handed it to
the
her.
chubby foot. Oh my god.
Do you understand how creepy that is? It's dark. Think about what I'm saying. It is dark. You can't see shit. And then this decrepit hand come from underneath the bed with your phone in it. You just-
Mm-mm.
Ah, but you lucky you ain't get stabbed.
Oh, God. The nightmares I am going to have today. Jesus.
God damn it.
That
I-
genuinely scared the shit out of me. And I wasn't even the one that happened to.
Not
You,
you're scared.
you sit up here asking if you could keep. Bitch, the damn ex got a key.
He was pretending to be asleep.
She just laid there.
You that bitch is a bitch.
This hoe said it's a bloated alcoholic hand that gave her.
That's dedication.
And he just laid there with his eyes closed, like maybe if I stay asleep,
Dedication.
these hoes will stop fighting and go back to sleep.
Oh shit.
Y'all wild. I
She
don't
was real bold for doing that though.
even know. No, you can't stay with him. No.
She said, but I love him.
Okay, fuck it. Stay with
This
him.
got to be some fresh Italian bread type shit.
Ooh, I love Italian bread.
I'm tired. I have never been
I'm
so
tired from
exhausted.
that.
I've never been
That
so-
was a lot.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Uriah said Monique was on Club Shay Shay for 3 hours today.
I saw
I heard
clips
about
of it.
that.
I heard it was good. I liked the clips that I saw.
She weird, Miss Tiffany.
I mean,
As she
Tiffany
should.
Haddish.
when it comes to Tiffany Haddish, she kind of got a point. So
What she say about
Who
Tiffany?
said if you had a husband like mine,
you maybe wouldn't have ended
man,
up in the situations that you were in, which I
that
was
you can't
like,
I
explain.
mean, she
Yeah.
clocked her, and she's right.
fair. I mean, she right. I don't care. Her husband dynamic is weird though. But that's her husband. That's her business.
You're right.
I ain't got nothing to
It's
do with
just like, so why don't you just like not say things? You don't gotta say everything that comes to your mind. Just know I don't do business like Monique. Period.
that. You could have just said me. I love Monique, but we're different people. You ain't even have to say all of that. Just I respect her and I love what she does, but we I just do. We just different people. We go about things differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish her the best, and I hope that she still gets everything works out for her. Simple. Like I'm like, why you have to go in and say you don't like her husband, or I don't like her husband either, but that don't mean shit to me. I don't have to lay in the bed with the motherfucker. She do. So it don't really matter.
She's like, I don't even know this lady.
Why did this
What's she
comment have
talking
so many
about?
comments? And I was just like fucking around. I literally have
And please tell me the cat survives.
I have like it's like over 20 replies. It's at like over 2,000 likes. I was like, what is this? I was like, I was just making a joke. But I also wasn't making a joke. Like I actually real because if that cat dies, I'm not watching that movie.
That cat is in a movie about sound.
Yeah.
There's no way.
That cat
There's
got one meow.
yep, and it's
Yeah. And then I was looking and then someone in a comment was like, my cat is loud. I said, my cat is loud. I would have been dead.
Oh, talking about the
yeah, the new the Quiet Place Day One came out, and it's got Lupita Nyong'o in
cat
there.
about to die. You see
Chris,
that?
you're right.
Did you see what
Stop
happened
it.
to the boy in the first one with his toy?
You're right, please. You know Nicole is real sensitive about the cats.
I understand that, Nicole, and I love you, but that cat ain't gonna make it.
That's why I'm not watching them. I'm like that with most animals. Like I don't know what it is, and it's like the older I get, like I can't watch it. Like I've never seen like Marley and Me or any of that stuff because
Oh, I
I
can't
get
watch that
so
either.
upset, and that's also I don't care how good those movies are. That's like a big reason why I have not watched John Wick
Oh yeah,
because of
because
that
in the
dog.
first one the dog
I
dies.
will not watch
It
it.
made me cry. I
And
didn't
then
like
people
it.
are like, they're like, it's real quick. And then my friend, who's like, she's like a huge animal person, she was like, it's really sad, but she was like, obviously, like, he like gets revenge for. I was like, I wouldn't even be able to get past that
No,
dog
because
dying.
I think you would freak out because there's a blood trail from where
Yeah, no, I don't need to see all
and they
that.
actually show the dog.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's like alluded.
Oh no, you're gonna see him.
No, I don't need to. No, I won't see
Yeah,
that.
you see him laying on the floor. If you don't see him because it's not a like where they shoot the dog, so that's not that, but they kicked it already, so it was bleeding, and then spare details they snapped the dog's neck. Okay.
Nope, I don't need to see that.
That they don't show, but they do show you the dog laying dead in the house. And then there's the blood trail from the dog to
No.
John, which I just thought was so fucked up, but he got them so good.
Well, you know what? They sound like they deserve it.
Oh, it was so satisfying. Like if I was you, I would the first like the first couple of scenes, AJ, of the movie.
Yeah, she can watch
because you can skip past that part.
You can literally watch everything until the moment they break in his house. You fast forward.
Yeah, right
part.
when he gets in the shower and he has like because the tattoo that's on his back is sick, by the way. But you can skip past all of that right when the dude's father calls him. And it's just like, yes, let's not lean into our barbaric ways. And John just hang up on him.
What did he say? Didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything when he coming up in there. And he just start picking them off one by one. It's the best. It's the best revenge story ever. It's so good.
And Vito said, he's coming for you. He's going to kill you. There's nothing you can do about it.
But plan your funeral. Make sure your shit is together.
Yeah. It was a good movie though. But that part is messed up. That made me cry.
Yeah,
I haven't even watched the third one yet.
Is that Get Show? Is that going to be live or no?
No, it's recorded. He said we didn't have to be on camera for that either.
Okay.
It's
Fancy.
at 10:30.
Oh, yeah, another
Is it just you or you and Alexis?
Alexis was supposed to, but she ended up coming down with that migraine. So
Oh.
she didn't tell me if she was gonna be coming back or not. But she did contact Gitcho and them and tell them that she might not be there. But I told him I was coming. So I didn't
All right.
have I went live early over here so I could have time to go over there on the
Well, if
podcast.
she don't go on there, you need someone else. I'll hop on.
Okay. I'll let him know. All right, y'all. I am gonna be out. I will see y'all Friday. Actually, I might go live for a little bit tomorrow after the press conference.
I can't wait. It's gonna be
I'm
messy.
because it's gonna be messy, and I want to go live after that. But I think I'm gonna go live on Instagram instead of going live over here.
Yes,
So
just like we did back in the day.
back in the day,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go live on Instagram
Mhm.
tomorrow after the press conference. So make sure y'all pop up over there. The press conference is at 7. I put the wrong one up. Let me get Kayla comment down. Yeah, the press conference is tomorrow. It's actually at 4. Okay.
Well, I'll be at work.
Wait a minute. That's 4 p.m. Pacific time. So what time is it?
It's
Our time?
7.
7.
It's 7 our time?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
I thought it was gonna be at 7. Because I'm like, what is going on?
Speaking of Vegas, it's
What?
about to be hangover.
What you say?
Because I'm going to Vegas in October with my friend Chloe for her birthday.
What?
Oh,
She's
Vegas.
outside, guys.
I love this for you.
Yes.
I refuse to go to Vegas.
Why?
I went once, and it was just like, it was just a lot. Like, it
My
was a
mom hates.
lot. It was a lot going on. And
She
I
said
was like,
it's,
you know what? I don't need to be here.
she said it's too hot and it's too much walking. And she said if she ever come back, she get a scooter. Because she not doing
I
it.
get
Who said, your mom?
Yeah. She said
I don't like it. My mom likes going to Vegas, and I can't because she wanted to do a girls trip of like me, her, my aunts, and like my cousins. And I was like, I'm not going to Vegas.
oh.
And like everybody got mad, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going. You guys can go. I'm not going.
Oh my God.
I hate Vegas.
All right, y'all. I will go live on Instagram tomorrow after this. It comes on at 7 our time. So just be mindful of that and prepare yourself for a bunch of bullshit.
Oh
Cause
God. Three people gonna act a mess. You're not even gonna be able to hear the rock speak.
okay. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.